I made some 9 p.m. pancakes a few days ago. I've been formulating and just making my pancakes perfect for like more than a year now. I rolled up my sleeves and I got back into it. I made some pancakers. Oh, I still got it. I still got it. Those pancakers are so good.
Kurt, please assist.
What's your recipe? I'm not telling you. You think I'm gonna give you my pancake recipe? Welcome to Tip of the Hats 2018. We have a very special segment. Some of you may already know if I'm here, you know, in a kitchen. Since 2016, people have been begging me, asking me to give them my pancake recipe, my well-guarded secret pancake recipe. And for this year, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it for everybody. You guys are gonna find out how to make the best pancakes that you can ever possibly make. And it's a well-guarded secret. I'm the only one that knows how to do this. So, let's get right into it. So for any pancake recipe, we're gonna start with the flour. And here we go. We have some right here. We, for this recipe, are gonna start out with 2.5 cups of flour. You need a measuring cup for this. So here we go. Get it in there, shake it. You're always gonna make a mess with flour. Don't worry about it, you can clean it up later. And it looks like a lot, but don't worry, it's enough. Just dump it in right there. We go next on to the baking powder, which is right here. Baking powder, we use this to fluffen up the pancake. It gives it a nice little tang as well. 2 tablespoons. You might be saying, whoa, that's a lot. And I'm saying, it's my recipe. I know what I'm doing. Next, we move on to the baking soda. Now, baking soda sounds a lot like baking powder, and they kind of do the same thing. They both work to make the pancakes a little bit more fluffy. Thing about it, though, is that the baking powder has a bit more flavor to it. The baking soda has more fluff to it. Those two combined, working together, create the premium fluffiness to flavor. Everybody knows how hard these things are, so don't worry too much about it. We're still gonna probably get, you know, half a cup in here, or not half a cup, half a teaspoon. So just like squeeze it out. Don't worry about making a mess. It works out. It always works out in the end. If you have a little bit more, if you have a little bit less, doesn't matter. Still pancakes in the end of the day. And next, we add our salt. Just a little bit for flavor, as always. Salt's in everything. You always gotta add a little bit of salt in here. And for this, you can just, you know, eyeball it if you want to, but I like to put in just a little, just a 1/4 of a teaspoon. So here we go. There we go, perfect, perfect. Next, we have the sugar. But see, pouring stuff usually gets a little bit annoying. So I like to use sugar cubes, because you always get the same amount of sugar in each cube. Makes things delightfully easy. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So next, and look, we're almost there, we're almost to the end. You want to add, and this is my secret ingredient. In order to get the optimal fluffiness, you want to add some nice secret ingredient. And this will add a very nice, this will add bubbles into the mix. The bubbles help make the pancake the most bubbly, fluffy thing that you'll ever experience. So we're just gonna pour a little bit of vinegar in here. And as you can hear those bubbles coming up right now. You can actually even see the bubbles. You can see those bubbles. These bubbles go into your pancakes. These are the bubbles that make your pancakes fluffy and delicious. We need to add the butter. Butter you need for every single thing that you bake, that you cook. For my recipe, a lot of recipes ask for, you know, a few tablespoons of butter. And for those of you who don't know, you can just cut the butter along here. It shows you, you know, if this is 1 tablespoon, this is another tablespoon. I like to keep things easy, and I just use the entire stick. So there we go, perfect. So after we add that in, and we got our bubbles still going, we want to start mixing all this together. And usually you use a whisk, but I want to get a very, very, very fine mix going. So that's why I personally use, honestly, where do I put the, so that's why instead of a whisk, I use a blender. So let's get this out, and we're just gonna pour our mix straight into here. This is the stuff of legends. This is the stuff that's gonna taste amazing. We're gonna add our milk now, and here we go right here. So we want to add 2 cups of milk. If you're baking cookies, if you're making cereal, if you're cooking steak, you're gonna need that milk in there. Seal it up like that. We just gotta turn it on now. So, what I like to do, I like to go on the liquefy. So now it's been loosened it up a little bit. This is when we add our eggs. And I go for, a lot of recipes call for 2 or 1 eggs. I like to go for 4. You want to make sure that you're making yourself a nice meal. So here we go. 4 eggs right in there. And now instead of liquefy, we're gonna go for smoothie, and we're gonna put it on high. That's the batter we want. Beautiful. So now we move on to the cooking stage. You want to get a nice pan here. You want to get some oil. Gonna add a little bit of oil to the pan. Make sure it's nice and covered. Next, you're gonna turn on the heat. And make sure the oil is nice and hot. So you're gonna turn the heat on high. Gonna make sure that, see, it's a nice hot skillet. Gonna leave that on there for a while. While that's happening, we're gonna be taking our batter. Make sure it's nice and easy, close by. So now that the oil has been heated up, you want to start cooking. So let's go in. We're gonna take our 1/8 cup. We're gonna scoop some of the hot oil out. We're gonna pour it inside of our mix right there. Just drizzle it in. Make sure to get a nice covering of the top layer. Don't worry, it's going to get everywhere. Don't worry about it's gonna get stuck on the top layer. When you start cooking with this bad boy, the oil is definitely gonna get everywhere you need. Next, we're going to pour out, we're gonna stir it up a little bit. We're gonna pour out some of the mix right here. And the amount you pour is the amount of pancake you're gonna get here. So, I got a nice decent sized pancake for the first go. I'm gonna come over here, slide it in there real nice and easy, and we're gonna put it on for 5 minutes. And that's all it takes. Now it's taste time. Let's see how these bad boys turned out. We got a beautiful full stack of pancakes. And these are probably the best pancakes you've ever seen in your life. Wonderful. Very soft, as you can see. How many is this? Has to be 8 pancakes, easy. It's smoking. Beautiful. Look at that steam. Look at that stack. Amazing. And that wraps up this cooking section for Tip of the Hats 2018. I hope you liked it. You should have learned something, because these are the best pancakes you're ever gonna eat. These are the best pancakes you've ever even seen. Let us know what you think, and let's send it back to the couch.